What's up, my planeswalkers? It's been a little while. Decided not to post any videos because, life was doing life stuff. And now I'm back. This time with something a bit on the new side compared to what I usually do. I'll get back to the 2020 Planeswalker deck reviews and upgrades at some point in the near future. But first, I wanted to address a common problem amongst all players of Magic across the scope of this game. And that's foil curling. So, you can see that this foil is absolutely unplayable. It is totally hideous. You try to put this in a sleeve, and look at that. It's awful. So I can get a little closer, see if it'll zoom in. Maybe. Doesn't matter. You can see much curling. So I realized that not everybody knows, but Magic cards, just in and of themselves, are flexible. They are designed with their cardstock. This is just a regular land. That you can bend them and touch the tips. And that is perfectly fine. It'll have a little bend to it, but then you can work it back out. And for the most part, you put it in a book, something like that. You'll never even know that it was bent, because the quality of the cardstock makes it to where it doesn't crease, it doesn't break, it has enough flexibility to bend, which is, oddly enough, what causes this. So how I fix it, and how I fixed numerous cards, like this foil here, was very bent. As you can see now, it is not very bent. Now, not as bent as this. This is stage 1 of fixing one that was this bent. And I'll go over the steps. So the first thing that you want to do, sleeved or unsleeved, it's up to you. It does not matter. What you want to do is you want to take the card, whatever it is that you're trying to fix, and kind of like in metalworking, you have to take it too far one direction so that it comes back to where you want it to be. So like, for example, if you wanted your bar stock to bend this far, you'd have to initially bend it this far, and the spring back would put it back into the thing that you're going for. So this far, bink, and it bounces out to where you want it to be. So you do the same basic thing with this, and one of the great things about it is if it turns out that you go too far, you just put it back the other way. So what you want to do is you want to start on the edge of the card, and you're never going to work farther than edge to middle. So you want to go through and you want to start to forcibly curl it the opposite direction. Now, I'm not sure if you can see exactly what it is that I'm doing here. So when it's laying flat, what I'm doing is I'm taking and doing this. You can see that I've bent it up. And I'm doing that as uniformly as I can the entire length of the card. That's important because the bend is relatively uniform. So you kind of work it and work it and work it until you get to about the center, and then you stop. You rotate and you do the same thing from the other side. Smaller motions, smaller movements this direction are going to get you a more pronounced result. So if you have a little bit of bend, you can go in more sweeping motions. Like maybe you only start at the edge and kind of bunk, bunk, bunk. You only do 3. Something as severe as this, maybe you do like 8. 8 different small motions. So you start here, bend a little, bend a little, bend a little, bend a little, and work your way to get to the center. Now, you can already see that this is looking better. I mean, compared to what it was, that is a huge, huge difference. So until you get it to where you kind of want it to be, and then once it's relatively flat, then you can hold it in your hand and kind of fix in those little trouble spots, those little issues. And then the thing that I like to do is I like to go lengthwise as well, because what's causing the curl, in my opinion, I could be wrong, is either the ink is drying and causing, like, the ink on top is drying and causing everything to kind of draw up, or whatever glue they use to bind the cardstock together, it does not have a uniform dry. So when it dries on the path of least resistance, which for a long card like this is this way. So you'll see a more pronounced curl this direction. So regardless, if it's the ink or if it's the glue, what this does, by going both horizontally and laterally, longitudinally and laterally, horizontally and vertically, is it breaks up that connection. So you're far less likely to get a repeat of the bend. And if you do, it's going to be far less pronounced. So, I mean, as you can see, we've taken a completely unplayable card, and over the course of just a couple of minutes, now I could do this a whole lot faster if I wasn't explaining the process as I go. So 2-3 minutes, maybe 4, and you can take a card that was completely unplayable and you can now put it into a sleeve and not have any issues whatsoever at your gaming table, much like a regular card. So I hope this helped. If you have any other tips and tricks of things that you've tried to kind of help the foiling not be so awful, leave those in the comment section. If you like this kind of video and you want to see more of the care of, I don't know how much else I can do, but leave that in the comments below too, right down there. So until next time, Planeswalkers, have a good one.